Okay, we're recording. I'm excited to be here with you guys. My name is Eric Johnson. I'm the creator of Teamzy, and I'm just going to have some fun with you guys. I hope you guys are ready to learn. I'm going to teach you about Teamzy. I'm going to drop a bunch of other good stuff on you too. Here's what we'll do. I'm going to take you through a training first through some principles of relationship marketing, which is the system and philosophy that Teamzy is built upon. You really understand how it works and why it's going to be really helpful for you in your business. Then I'm going to take you into Teamzy. I'll show you how to do a quick setup, okay? So you get it all set up and dialed in just for you and your goals and your business. And then I'll take you guys through the workflow of how to just crush a power hour. Your power hours are going to be like 20 minutes now with Teamzy. They're going to be super fast. And you'll connect with a lot more people than you ever have. Then I'll also show you guys how to follow up like a pro, because this is something that it seems like most Beachbody coaches really need help with, is the follow-up. The follow-up is where the fortune is. Okay, we're going to do all that as fast as I can go. I'm going to cover a lot of content quickly. Take notes. I will do a Q&A at the end. I will answer any questions that you guys have. If you feel like, the spirit move you in the middle, just unmute yourself and ask the question, but otherwise we'll do a Q&A at the end. So I'm going to keep you guys muted, but again, if you want to jump in for any minute, just unmute yourself for that moment. Sound cool? All right. All right, so we're all muted. Great. So, you guys see my purple presentation now? Okay, awesome. So how to leverage relationship marketing to become a power hour boss. That's what we're going to talk about today. Before I get started, let me just give you a little bit of my backstory. My professional background is actually in coaching. I've been a business coach for about 15 years. That's most of my grown-up life, helping people build their business. A lot of what I'm going to teach you guys today are principles that I've taught and seen work in hundreds and thousands of businesses over my career. Okay, and these principles hold true for our business like any other. I primarily worked in the real estate industry, helping real estate folks build their business, and during that tenure, I was able to build tools that help people be super productive. So when I became a Beachbody coach, I was like, now I'm ready to use the dang tools, right? Where are the tools for Beachbody coaches? And I don't know about you guys, I had a full-time job. I've got a bunch of kids, a dog, which we've already talked about, that's spoiled rotten. And I only had maybe 60 minutes a day to work on my business. I didn't have time to do a lot of planning. I didn't have time to do a lot of kind of like busy work. I needed to be super focused and leveraged for that 1 hour a day. And so I started looking for tools that other coaches were already using in their business. And you guys, I was really frustrated because there wasn't anything custom built for what we're doing. I found that some of the top coaches were using 8, 9 different apps to do their business, and they were all tracking. They weren't doing anything. It wasn't anything proactive that it was driving them to do. And it was kind of overwhelming, honestly, especially some of these, you got to customize them. It takes a week to set up and you got an hour a day. It's just not something that you can do. And honestly, the first time that my sponsor sent me the BAT, I was like, what am I supposed to do? Print this out? Are you kidding me right now? Is there an iPad app for this? Like, what is this? Like, I'm just explaining to you guys why there's a Teamzy, because I was about 2 weeks into this business going, this is not going to work for me. Okay. So that's the story. Let's talk a little bit about relationship marketing. What is relationship marketing? Relationship marketing is a lead generation system. It's a lead generation system. That's a system that initiates consumer interest or inquiry into the products or services of a business. There's a couple reasons why I'm spending a minute defining lead generation system for you guys. First and foremost, what I'm going to show you today is not a tracking app. It's a lead generation system. Okay? It's something that's going to help you generate leads. And why is that important? Before we even get started, I want you guys to have a mindset shift right now, because your business is not marketing home fitness products. Your business is not marketing nutritional products. You are in the lead generation business. That is your business. If you don't first generate leads, there's nobody to help. There's no life to transform. Okay, so you need to understand that the primary thing that you need to be doing is generating leads. Okay. But here's another really important principle, and it kind of one leads into the other. And that's that developing and deepening relationships, that's the paramount duty as a business owner. Developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. So guys, We generate leads so that we can develop new relationships and deepen them. This is so important because you have to understand it's all about relationships. If you want this to work, relationship marketing, if you want Teamzy to work, which is based on relationship marketing, you have to be focused on relationships. The cool thing is it makes the business so much more rewarding. It's so much more fun to do. And your business is always going to grow when your focus is on the relationships. So what we want to do with these relationships is we want to turn them into advocates. We want to turn them into advocates. An advocate is somebody who is out. They're so excited about what you're doing. They're telling everybody about it. They're bringing people actively to your business. Those are advocates. We want your relationships to move from someone who knows you to someone who knows what you're doing to someone who's an advocate for what you're doing. And by the way, you guys are already advocates for a bunch of different companies and products. Think about it. Who are you evangelizing for right now because you can't help yourselves, because you love what they're doing? This is the way people are wired, okay? And we just want to harness it as we develop these relationships out. Okay. So here's another important principle. Relationship marketing depends on trust. Relationship marketing depends on trust. Okay, before I get too deep in this, well, the reason why this principle gets me excited is because like bad people can't succeed with this, right? Isn't that cool? Because, you know, salespeople have a bad rap because there's been so many people that have come before us that have had that find them, fleece them, forget them attitude towards sales. We call that the transactional mindset. And, you know, for me, like when I was telling the story a minute ago about not being able to find any tools that I could use, I did find some tools that were based on a transactional approach. And see, for me, it's about the relationship. I want to be a trusted advisor for people, and they'll continue to use me in my business because I have built that relationship with them. Does that make sense? All right, so here's the cool thing about trust. Trust makes it fun. It's totally fun when someone trusts you, because even if they just trust you a tiny bit, you don't have to convince them of anything. They just, you know, you get cut through all the crap and you can help them right away. And I'm sure you guys have felt the difference, right? When you've connected with somebody who already has a level of trust, they've probably been referred by somebody you're already working with, for example, and they're just like, help me, what do I do? Okay, I will do whatever you say. It is so much fun. Okay, the next one is that trust takes that icky salesperson feeling. You know the icky feeling that none of us like? When there's a little bit of trust, not only do you not feel that way, but the person you're talking to won't get that feeling about you. Okay, and this is something I know that's important to all of us. And then my favorite part about trust is you get to go for yes. You get to go for yes. Have you guys done, Carolyn, have you guys done the go for no thing with your team? Have you guys done that before?
Yeah, we're actually doing it right now.
You're doing go for no right now? Okay,
Yeah.
Perfect. This is a great example. All right, so here's the thing I'm going to tell you guys about go for no. It works, but I'm too much of a wimp to do it. Like, I'm a total wimp. I'm just telling you guys right now, I hate rejection. My wife tells me I'm a total baby all the time. The truth is that it's not my style to go for no, because here's the thing. I'm going to show you guys in a minute how to develop trust. If you focus on developing a little bit of trust in a relationship, you never get no's. You only get yeses. Now, you might not get them right now, but the thing is that you never leave somebody behind with a no. Because you're not burning bridges. You're only building bridges. When you're building bridges in every direction, you can cross back over it later to pick somebody up when they're ready, if that makes sense. So you guys are doing go for no now, which is awesome. At the end of this presentation, you're going to do that you're going to just have a little bit of a twist on that when you do it tomorrow. It's going to be so much more fun. You'll see. Okay. So how do you build trust? How do you actually go about building trust? There are 4 essential ingredients to building trust. Okay, 4 essential ingredients to building trust. The first one is chemistry. Chemistry. The second is character. Character. The third is competence. Competence. Don't worry, I'll break all these down for you guys. The fourth one is consistency. Consistency. Chemistry, character, competence, consistency. I don't know if any of you guys are YouTube junkies and have already gone and found old presentations of mine, but you'll see that it took me about 6 months to get all these to start with C. But hey, these things are important, right? They give us some symmetry to our lives. All right, so let's go through what these mean. Chemistry. Chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. This is pretty basic, right? I don't need to get too deep into this. What is it about you they can relate to? Now, the good news is I know you guys are well trained on your attraction marketing, on finding your niche. You're attracting your niche to you, right? You're using keywords. You're finding people like you already, which is awesome. You've already done the chemistry work with them. But keep in mind that every person in your niche that you attract to you brings their entire sphere of influence with them. So when you're connecting with somebody that's maybe not in your niche definition, just remember the easiest way to figure out where you have common ground is to ask good questions and then shut your mouth. That's it. And you guys have learned how to form and do all that good stuff. But here's the thing. It's real. Just keep it simple. This is what I tell my kids. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. Right? If you want chemistry with people, let them tell you what the chemistry is. Okay. The second one is character. Character. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Okay. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Guys, please notice something about this. Character is not something you have. Character is something you do. It's important to know this because somewhere along the line, we've been told that integrity is something we own. We don't own integrity. And then we get offended if somebody questions our integrity. Right? I'm like that. I have to admit, even though intellectually I know what I'm about to tell you is true. The truth is that people don't know your integrity. They know only what you've shown them. They know only what you've shown them. So when you're demonstrating to people how much you care about them, they'll know your character. Okay? So when you're posting on social media, for example, when you're talking to people, is this about me or is this about how much I care about the person who's going to read it? That's an easy way to filter it. The third one is competence. Competence. Competence is when you demonstrate that you're good at what you do and that you're a business person. Okay, competence is when you demonstrate that you're good at what you do and you're a business person. Again, it's about what you're demonstrating, not about what you can do. You may be the most competent coach in the world, but if you're not showing people that, they're not going to get that message. Does that make sense? By the way, if you're a brand new coach, you can demonstrate the competence of your team. That's the amazing thing about this community is you can be brand new and totally represent competence because of the support that you have from your team. Okay, so you can lean on that. Same thing with character. I mean, you can demonstrate care and offer value even while you're learning. I'm amazed, in my short career as a Beachbody coach, how many certified trainers and nutritionists asked me for advice. I don't have any certifications in any of that. It's about what I was demonstrating to them. Does that make sense? Okay, just a little slide. So competence is, can I trust you to help me with my fitness goals? Can I trust you to mentor me in this business? That's what I need to know from you, okay? Now, before I move on to consistency, take a deep breath because consistency is kind of a heavy topic. It's a love-hate relationship I have with consistency because it's hard to be consistent. Before I move on to that, I want to leave you guys with this principle. People only care about 3 things. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? And are you good at what you do? You notice, you can see where this content's coming from. It's from this principle. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? I want you guys to have this. I don't have time to go deep into this, but you can just kind of, think about this later. If you're coming up against any objections in your business, which you inevitably are, everyone has objections, right? Any objection, price, ingredients, whatever. Every objection that exists stems from these 3 questions. It's kind of cool to think about. Now, does that mean you go, oh, you obviously don't trust me, so that's why you don't believe that, this type of whey protein is better? Well, yeah, but you can't out it like that. Here's what I'm trying to show you guys is that it just means your relationship has room to deepen. It means you need to spend more time investing in that relationship. Overcome the objection, be a pro, know your products, know your business, overcome the objection, but just know, man, I need to invest more time in this relationship. This person doesn't, their heart, these questions are not answered yet in their heart. I need to continue to invest in this relationship. Does that make sense? All right. Next, consistency. Consistency. I can go off on this, and I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try to just keep it right here for you guys, but this is big. Here's your principle. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. I stole that principle, by the way, from this book, which I'm going to recommend to you guys to put on your personal development list. It's called Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion. Here, I put it on the screen for you. This is what it looks like, so you know you get the right one. Awesome book. This actually talks about 6 laws of social influence, but one of the most important ones is consistency. In fact, the psychologists that are quoted in this book believe that can't even talk, I'm stuttering. I'm so excited to talk to you guys. See that? They believe that the desire to be consistent is the primary motivating factor for people. Isn't that crazy? Primary motivating factor for people, the desire to be consistent. Guys, it's so huge for us to understand this. But without getting too deep into it, I just want to ask you guys this. How many people have told you you inspire them? Have you guys got that from people? Especially, you know, what you're doing on social media. It's an inspiration. It's inspiring to people. Have you ever thought, like, you know, I mean, I know that you're trying to be inspiring, right? You're intentionally trying to be inspirational. But what is it about you that's actually inspiring them? Is it because you are, you know, you're finished? Like you've achieved physical perfection and absolute health and people are like, wow. Is it the before and after pictures? I mean, I don't know about you guys. I don't look like Autumn Calabrese yet. I've still got a few miles to go to get there, okay? But I'll tell you why people are inspired by you. Because they see you being consistent in the small things that seem impossibly hard to them. It's your consistency that inspires them. There are coaches that are incredibly successful that still have more than 100 pounds to lose on their journey. It doesn't have anything to do with your before and after picture, guys. It's about the fact that you're being consistent that is so inspiring. You know what's so funny is my success partner, Sue McDonald in Santa Barbara, California, she's a professional athlete, has been her whole life, track athlete. She's now a masters world champion. And so she's like ridiculously fit, like her whole life. And she says to me one time, I really wish I had a before and after transformation like you. My coaching business would be so much easier. Isn't that nuts? Like, I wish I had really let myself go like you did so I could show people the before and after picture. Guys, people are inspired by her because she's so consistent. She's 50 years old and she's out at the track working out every day and never stopped. That's amazing. Okay, so whatever it is about you that's consistent, that is what people respect and desire for themselves, okay? So let me just ask you guys a question. Here's your little checkup from the neck up. Are you consistent? Are you consistent? And some of you are like, yeah, but I could do better, Eric. That's cool. But you know, these are the questions you need to ask yourself. Are you a product to the product? How many of you are surprised the Teamzy guy's asking you if you're a product to the product? You gotta be, it's important, right? Are you doing your workouts, drinking your Shakeology? Are you committed to your healthy living lifestyle? I'm shocked sometimes at the things I see coaches, well, I mean, not all coaches, even coaches on my team posting on social media. I'm like, this is not the lifestyle you're selling. Are you committed to healthy living? Are you doing your personal development? And guys, I sometimes go off on a tirade about personal development, but don't cut yourself short on the personal development. You need to figure out how to get that going. Zig Ziglar used to say that being broke is a state of account, but being poor is a state of mind. How many of you guys, your business is where you want it to be right now? Anyone? Okay, the distance between where you are and where you want your business to be can be measured between your ears, period. Okay, if you right now have excuses for why you're not doing personal development, figure it out. 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, whatever you need to do. If you drive anywhere, get some audio. Get it done. Guys, this is more important than your nutrition. You guys understand that? Okay. So anyways, I don't want to browbeat you on that, but it's important. Are you doing these things? Are you struggling but moving forward? Not perfect, but determined. By the way, I will give you guys, I could give you 10 books to read, but if I was going to get you started, for anyone who's not really doing personal development right now, you need to get this book. The Miracle Morning. Have you guys seen this one? Look at how skinny it is. Tiny. Half of this is worksheets. Okay, get the Miracle Morning. Start with that, and that'll get you going because that'll show you how to get the time in. Okay. All right, guys. So here's the next big question. Are you as consistent with your relationships? I mean, I know you guys are doing your workouts, right? You got your programs going. But are you as consistent with your relationships? And here's what I mean by this. Are you as consistent about staying in touch with people as you are about posting on social media, for example? This is the real checkup from the neck up because people aren't going to believe you until they see you. And what I mean by this is, you know, you've got these amazing lives on social media. I mean, I'm not saying it's not true. You guys have awesome lives, all right? The life of a Beachbody coach is pretty cool. Flexible time, unlimited income, and the byproduct of being a coach is that you're healthy and strong, right? Because you have to live the lifestyle, which is awesome. And it's great. And I love to see all these amazing posts, you know, and I've been joking about this now that we're coming towards the end of the summer. I'm not seeing them as much, but over the summer I saw lots of tan knees, feet in the sand or in the water somewhere with a laptop on the lap, you know, and it was like #momboss. This is the life of Beachbody coach. Like, this is me in a meeting. I'm having a team meeting right now at the pool. And, you know, they're awesome. And it does make people want to be part of that, to be part of the team. But here's the thing, guys. There are people looking at those posts going, she doesn't mean me because I haven't heard from her since high school. But that looks nice. Okay, people need to know that you mean them, and they only know that when you connect with them. Okay, so guys, keep in mind that relationship building is a contact sport. Relationship building is a contact sport. It just means you need to be in contact with people. You want to have a relationship with people, you actually have to be in contact with them. Okay, here's your principle. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Do you guys ever, I'm going to give you guys an example, but let me just ask you a question. Anybody have one of those friends that you only see them like every 5 years and it's just like you never were apart? Anyone have a friend like that? Okay, here's the truth. I'm just going to hit you with some truth. You're not that close. Spend 5 days with that person. You want to tear their eyeballs out. You don't have that much in common. You have a fond memory of that person. The people that you spend time with are the ones you have a close relationship with. I'm just saying. Okay, so let me give you a more happy example. How many of you guys have ever gotten a card, like a really nice card, and in the card somebody took some time, they wrote a really thoughtful message, hand wrote it for you? You guys ever get a card like that? I hope so. Gosh, I hope so. How many of you are married? You better get some of those, right? Okay, but did you save the card or did you throw it away? You saved it, right? Do you guys have like a stash of cards that you saved, like a box somewhere? Yeah, of course. Everyone does that. It's kind of amazing. Now, when you get a postcard, say from the dentist that says happy birthday and it's got the little dog with the toothache, did you save that one? Is that in the special box? Or like the real estate agent telling you that they listed your neighbor's house and it looks so beautiful with the new countertops. You didn't save that one either. Why? Why is one so valuable to you guys? Okay, so you've probably figured it out already where I'm going with this. The person who wrote you the card, they gave you an investment. They gave you a slice of their most valuable commodity. The one thing that they only have this much of, their time. And during the amount of time that they used to write you that message, it was just yours. They weren't multitasking with their phone, looking at Facebook. They weren't chasing Pokemon. They couldn't. You can't write a thoughtful note and do something else. Nobody's that good. So that is why those cards mean so much. They mean so much. You read that card, that investment of time deepened your relationship the second you read it. In fact, you save it because it represents something so valuable. You don't even remember the gift that came with it, but you saved the card. Guys, investing time in people means more than anything. Now, I'm not saying you should be writing notes to everybody, though you should be writing notes. You should be writing cards. You should get, every time you go to Marshall's, get one of those packs of really pretty note cards that are super cheap there. And send personal notes whenever you can. I got one yesterday from a social media consultant that I know. It's awesome. I'll probably save it forever, right? It's going to go in my special box somewhere collecting dust. But the point is, it means something that she took the time to do it. I'm going to show you guys how you can really leverage time by using things like Facebook Messenger and still make somebody's day. But you need to get the principle. The principle is, if you want to deepen a relationship and connect with people, you just got to give them a little bit of time. It's true for your kids. It's true for everybody. All right. Let me get back to my presentation. That's what I call a passion tangent. I go off sometimes. I think I only have one more slide, and then we're going to jump into Teamzy. Okay. This is what you guys need. You need a system. The difference between Melanie Mitro, well, Melanie Mitro is probably a bad example because she's like an alien awesome. But the average successful person just has better systems than us. Okay, you need a system that stays in contact, help you stay in contact with all your relationships. Know when you should contact them because you only have this much time a day. Know what you're going to say and make sure that people aren't falling through the cracks. Okay, what I mean by that is no more like going through your Facebook messages trying to remember who to follow up with. We're going to have it all organized for you guys. Okay. All right, so let's jump over real quick to Teamzy. Here we go. All right. So guys, the first thing I want you guys to know, those of you who aren't already using it, go to teamzy.com and sign up for a free trial. You can get a free 30-day trial, no strings attached, no credit card required, nothing like that. You can use it for 30 days. I also highly recommend that you look around on the screen, whatever, pick somebody and be a 30-day success partner with each other. Do it together, okay? Hold each other accountable. Every single day, you're gonna screen grab this dashboard and send it to your success partner when it's complete. Here's my challenge to you guys, because some of you guys won't do anything with it, and that's okay. Those of you who decide to do this, you're gonna have your best month ever. Period. I'm not afraid to say that. I don't need to have the little beach buddy. It does not guarantee me results. Here's what I'll tell you. If you do it, you're going to have great results. Okay, so when you're in your free trial, when you first come in, you're going to be in the setup wizard. It looks like this. I'm going to relaunch it from here, from that little top thing. Okay, so here's the setup wizard in Teamzy. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to set up your account really quick. We're going to create an income goal, get a powerful why in there, and then get your contacts in. Okay, and then we'll start. Once you've set it up once, then you just come in every day and kill your power hour. So the first thing we'll do is set an income goal. Just get a number. Just get a number. This is a number that you want, the income level you want to be at 12 months from now. Okay? I put it at 150,000. Figure out what you think is reasonable and then put 20% on top of that. Okay? Stretch yourself a little bit. So now what Teamzy did in the background is it kind of calculated out what I need to do. And it's telling me that I need to connect with 4,348 people in 12 months to hit my goal. No problem, right? That's easy. All right, maybe it seems like a lot, but here's the thing. When you need to eat an elephant, how do you do it? One bite at a time. Some of you are grossed out at the thought of eating an elephant. It's called an analogy, okay? One bite at a time. All right. So what it does, next page, it breaks it down for me. And it recommends kind of a breakdown for me to get to that number. First, it's going to break it between three groups: prospects, customers, coaches. Okay, let me just explain quickly what these are. Coaches, that's my team. Customers, those are my customers, and also like leads from Beachbody. And then my prospects is everybody in the world that possibly could become my coach or my customer. Make sense? Real simple. Keep it simple. Now we break it down yearly, monthly, weekly, daily. And so my daily goal now is something I can take a bite out of. It's connecting with 9 prospects, 6 customers, 4 coaches on my team, adding 3 people to my list, and inviting 3 people. Okay? Now the cool thing is, like, the invites break into these numbers. Like, it's easy to do. I'll show you. So once you get the numbers where you want them, and by the way, you can change these recommended numbers. If you're a brand new coach, you got nobody in your team, you can put that 0 for now. Okay? You can change them all however you want them. Once you have it the way you like it, you hit continue, and now the dashboard is set up with your goals. So it's customized to you. Okay? The next step is finding your why. Do you guys know what I mean by finding your why? Have you guys done this as a team? Have you worked on your why? Okay. The simplest way I can explain this is this. Why are you a coach? Do you know? Like, if somebody said, well, why are you a coach? Can you answer that question in a way that's meaningful? Now, here's the thing. It's totally cool if you can't answer that today. I'm going to show you how we've taken a lot of the trainings on this topic and built it right into Teamzy to help you kind of get your mind around this. But here's what I will tell you guys. Okay, you guys may not know this, but 50%, actually it's 49% for those of you guys who are really exact. 49% of Beachbody coaches after a year are gone. They quit. Okay, so the reason why anybody quits, first of all, you need to understand everyone's a quitter. Everyone is a quitter. That's what we're designed for. We give up when things are hard. That's what people do. This is why there's so few people that are very successful. Now, however, all of us can be successful. What we need is a reason not to quit. We need a why that is bigger than the circumstances life's going to throw at us. I guarantee you there are going to be moments for everybody where you want to quit this business. They're called quitting points, and they're as natural as the sun coming up in the morning. If you spend a minute to figure out why you're in this business, why it matters to be successful or not for you and your family, why failing is a terrible thing for you and your family, once you have that in your head, you'll be unstoppable. Okay? So guys, here's what we did. We built right into the Teamzy setup kind of a journaling exercise to help you get your mind around your why. So you just answer these questions. This is just for you, nobody else. You just go through, why'd you become a coach? Answer it. The next one says, well, what'd you hope to accomplish by doing that? Answer it. So each one just gets you thinking a little bit. Why would accomplishing that, why is that important to you? Okay? And you'll notice that you start going to deeper place just doing this yourself. What would achieving this mean for you and your family? Oh, you know. And then why is that meaningful? How would that make you feel doing that? And as you get through this process, you eventually get to a why statement, which you're going to save at the bottom, and it's going to be on your dashboard. You can read it every day before you do your action steps, okay? To keep you focused. Now, let me just I'm going to take 2 minutes and just go through what my process looked like on this so you have a feeling for how it might go, okay? So why did I become a coach? Because I did P90X, and I lost 60 pounds, and people were asking me about it. Great. What'd you hope to accomplish? I thought maybe I could make $500 a month referring people to the website. Right? Why is that important to you? By the way, I didn't even know, I want you guys to know, I didn't even know there were challenge groups, such a thing as a challenge group when I became a coach. I was so excited when I found out about the challenge group concept. I was like, oh, this is going to be great. I just put a challenge group together every month. Why would it be important to me to make $500 a month? Because at that stage in my life, I had been working for more than a decade at my position. I'd already been laid off from the company once when there was a downturn in the economy, and then they brought me back. I was absolutely at the top of where I was going to go, and I was terrified to be laid off because I was being paid more than everyone else around me. That's where I was. And we had not saved money in years. $500 a month would have meant we could start saving. What would achieving this mean for you and your family? I started thinking, you know what? If I could save $500 a month, maybe I could buy a new house eventually. Because we're kind of crowded. We have a small house and lots of kids and stuff. So I started thinking about that. And then when I got to this question, why is it meaningful? Why would it be meaningful to buy a new house? I'll just tell you guys, like, something hit me right here. And it just kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. I realized I could care less about a new house. It wasn't a new house. It was the new house kind of represented the fact that I was feeling kind of deep down that the family wasn't healthy, that it wasn't where it needed to be. And really what was happening was I was super stressed about money because I was worried about losing my job. We weren't saving. I never saw my kids because I was constantly working. I saw them like 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night. And it was really stressful, and I didn't see it ever improving. So suddenly making $500 a month, this business became something deeper for me. It became a way to create the life that I always wanted with my family. Does that make sense? So go through this process for you. And then my why statement is to create a life where I never have to worry about money again. I enjoy quality time with my family, and I'm present for my children on a daily basis. I'm healthy and full of energy. Like when I wrote that, you guys, it kind of changed everything. Literally, I mean, I was still working full-time at my job. I came out and started building this shed, which we call my world shed quarters, my corner office. I started building this shed in my backyard. My wife's like, what are you doing? I go, I'm building a place where I can work when I leave my job. She's like, leave your job? And it was like 3 months later that I left my job after writing my why. I'm just telling you guys, like, seriously, this is huge. This is why I spent so much time on it in the presentation. It's so important. Guys, make yourselves bulletproof in this business. Create a meaningful why. It will change over time, and that's okay, but don't skip this piece. Figure out why you're in this business. Now, one more thing I will say about this. Some of you guys are more motivated by avoiding pain than like, oh, I want a happy life for my kids. It's more like, I want to make sure that I don't have to, that like, you're worried about what could happen if you fail. And it's more motivating to you. And that's okay. So some of you guys are going to write, what happens if I fail at this? And write the consequences out. Let it drive you. Whatever is going to drive you guys to do the 20, 25 minutes of activity you need to do every day to create a predictable stream of new leads in your business. That's what it's going to take. Okay? All right. Last thing, we're going to get your contacts in. You're going to get all your contacts in. You're going to go to the Coach Online office, get your coaches list. Okay? You probably just want to do personally sponsored coaches. In here, just keep it simple. Get your coaches in, but you can go as deep as you want in your organization. Okay, you can go deeper if you want. Good. So whatever you export from Coach Online the online office, you can bring in here. Also get your customer list from Coach Office. Bring that in. Then you're going to get your contacts, your complete Facebook friends list in. It's really easy to do. These videos show you how to do it. Okay, you're going to get your Facebook friends list in, and then so now you won't be going through Messenger anymore, trying to remember who to connect with. And then anywhere else that you have contacts, you get them in as a CSV file. It's super easy. Okay, you're going to get all your contacts in. I'll show you how. I skipped it, but and then when you're done, you've got one more step for setup. It's to rank them. It's to rank them. Okay. Now let me explain to you guys what we're going to do with this. I'm on the team page now, which is where your whole list lives. This is your whole list, right? And then you can break it into the 3 groups. And then here you can also get to each person's contact record on the right. Okay, so I'm going to put it in rank mode. And what we're going to do is we're going to give everybody a star rating. Okay, just like you're rating a Netflix or Yelp. You guys know what I'm talking about. You do this all the time. You're going to go through and give everybody a rating. 5 stars, 4, 3, 2, and so on. Okay, let me explain to you what these ranks mean. A 5-star, this is somebody that's really likely to become a customer or coach, you feel, or it's an existing customer or coach that's a rock star. These people are going to come up. You're going to get a reminder to connect, not follow up, but just connect. Say hi every month. A 4-star person, this is somebody that's likely to become a customer or coach with a little bit of nurturing, okay, or they're a solid performer on your team. You're going to get a reminder to say hi, to connect every 60 days with these people, every 2 months. A 3-star, this is somebody you don't really know either way, right? Everybody that you know, well, the vast majority of people you know are going to be a 3-star. And when you import people, they're all going to start there. But this is somebody that you're going to get a reminder to connect with every 3 months, every 90 days. Okay, 2 stars, they're getting a little colder. These are people that you're going to talk to every 4 months. And then 1-star people, they're on your list. You're not really reaching out to them. For whatever reason, you've kind of put them in cold storage. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, real simple. If you don't remember this at any point, you just click these little question marks. There's one here, and there's one on the dashboard when you're doing who's up next. They'll explain it right there too. Okay, so guys, this is really important to do for a couple of reasons. You go through your list real quick. They're already all 3s when you import them. You just move the few people around that you want to go 4, 5, or 2s and 1s. It's important because Teamzy takes your rankings and they create your power hour list with them. Okay, so you do this one time and you never have to plan your power hour again. How many of you do power hours? Do you need to spend some time planning those power hours to make them effective? Never again. You turn this thing on and it tells you who to connect with. And it's going to bring people up that you never would have connected with. You'd be amazed the new relationships I'll show you guys how it works in a second. But here's the thing, you never have to do it again, you never have to plan again. But there's an important principle behind this that I want you guys to understand. And the principle is this: you should be spending the most time with the best people. You should be spending the most time with the best people. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, that's true across your life, right? Your family should be getting prioritized first and things like that. But in your business, the people most likely to move your business forward should be getting the most time. It doesn't always work that way, because if you don't first prioritize your relationships, you cannot prioritize your time. Okay, if you don't prioritize your relationships, you cannot prioritize your time, because the turkeys in your life and your business steal your time. And by turkeys, you can use whatever word you want. You can sub in there. These are the people that have you talking to the roof of your car as you're driving away from them. Right? Okay, so guys, prioritize your list. Teamzy helps you do it. You can change the priority as you go. As you're working with people, you can change the rank. Just do it one time so you never have to plan your power hour again. Okay, now let's go show you how to do a power hour. So we've got it all set up now. It's totally ready to go. You can see my goals are up here: 9 prospects, 6 customers, 4 coaches, right? They're all there, zeros, waiting for me to start my power hour. There's my why, to get me focused and fired up about what I'm going to be doing. My daily activities, which keep me consistent, right? Did I post on social? Did I do my personal development? Did I drink my Shakeology? Did I do my workout, right? Keep those going so that you stay, you become a product of the product and keep attracting people to you. So now we're going to do our power hour. First person on my list is Carrie. Now look, I've got 4 lists here in my up next module. This is where the magic happens. Prospects, customers, coaches, and my follow-ups list. Now when I click on them, it changes the list for me. I don't second guess who's on the list. Carrie's the next person on my list. I'm going to go to Facebook and connect with her. Now, one thing I did was I tagged all my Facebook people as Facebook friends. See that? So I know if I come here and there's no Facebook friends, then I know that I have to connect with them a different way. That's just something that I did. I'll show you guys. It's easy to do. There's lots of videos on how to do that. Okay. So we're going to go to Facebook, look up Carrie. I actually haven't talked to her in a long time. Okay. First of all, anybody here from San Luis Obispo, California? Anyone? No? Okay. I was just going to say Carrie is an awesome real estate agent if you need a real estate agent in San Luis Obispo, California. Okay. So I'm going to send her a message. Let me close out these other ones here. You can see it's been almost a year since we talked. It was like her birthday. Okay, so there's my message. Hey, hi, Carrie, just stopping by to say hi. Say hello, how are you? Hope your day is awesome. Simple message. Guys, it's just to connect. It's just to say hello. I want her to think about me for a second. I want her to go, that was nice, and smile. I'm trying to just kind of get in the make her day mindset. Now, what's going to be cool is if she responds, then we have a chance to have a conversation. So I'm copying that message. I'm going to go back to Teamzy. Okay, I'm going to log this message. It was a Facebook message. Boom, log it. So now what's cool is she's off my list. My list is moved up. Next is Fran. Now notice that I now got a 1 in that circle, and it's starting to fill in for me. My goal is to turn this blue and move on to the next tab. So now I'm going to go back to Facebook. I'm going to look up Francesca. Francesca. How do you spell it? There she is. I've never called her Francesca. Now check this out, you guys. I am going to paste the same message that I sent to Carrie, but change the name. Okay, just to be efficient, because it's a basic message, just a hello, how are you, hope you're having an awesome day message. And I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back to Teamzy. Listen, I'm not worried about whether or not Fran is responding to me right now. My goal is to get through 9 prospects as quickly as I can. Okay, I'm planting seeds right now in my power hour that I will harvest later. Now, Mary, I'm going to I'll do one more just because. I won't do all 9. Mary, we're going to message. Oh, look, I sent her a very similar message last time, so I'm going to send her a different one. Just change it up a little bit. I had to say wicked awesome because Mary's one of my New England friends. Anyone here from New England? No, you guys are too young anyways. See, I'm over 40. We used to say wicked awesome all the time when I grew up. So all of my friends that are over 40 in New England, I say wicked awesome. They think it's hilarious that California boy says that because they forget I'm from there. All right, so look, I sent Mary, no, I just did 3. How long did it take me to do 3? I want you guys to know when you're doing like 9, 10, 15 of these a day, you're creating a ton of momentum. Now, imagine that we're done. This is completely blue. I'm going to go to customers next, and I'm going to start reaching out to my customers, okay? A real simple message that I send to my customers a lot is this. Hey, Jen, just seeing if there's anything I can do to make your day today. That's it. Hey, Jen, just seeing if there's anything I can do to make your day today. I send that message all the time to people, and they love it. And I even send it month over month, and they're like, I love your monthly check-ins. Here's a couple things I just want to talk to you guys about with customers. So many Beachbody coaches do not stay in touch with their customers. This is so crucial to your business, you guys. And I talk to coaches who've been doing this for years, you know, that are like they have mega teams. They're like, well, Eric, I don't know where to start. I have 6,000 customers on my list. It's like, are you kidding me? You have a gold mine. You don't know where to start? Grab a pickaxe and start taking nuggets out of the wall. You got a gold mine. Start connecting with people. But here's the thing, guys, I want you to know. First comes from the heart. If you're a coach because you're excited about helping people be successful and get healthy and change their life, you got to know they're going to quit 4 months after the challenge group. They're gone. If they're not hearing from you, they're back to their old way of life for 95% of people. So if you really care about them, you need to stay in touch with them because they need the accountability, the support, the encouragement all along their journey, okay? Now, the other thing is, from a business standpoint, you want them to continue buying Shakeology every month, right? I mean, we know it's great for them. How many of you drink Shakeology every day? Anyone? Of course you do. So you know it's awesome. You want them to continue drinking it. They're going to cancel. You guys got the email from Beachbody a couple months ago that showed your average monthly HD order. Did you guys get that? How many of you were super excited by the number? Anyone? Here's the thing, guys. I was in Costco yesterday, and they have this huge tub of organic Orgain protein. Have you guys seen it? Plant-based. $29. You don't think your customers walk by that? They need to know why it's better for them to stay with Shakeology than to switch to that. But they're not going to be thinking about talking to you about it unless you're reaching out. So just make sure you're reaching out to people if you want to work on retaining customers. Also, people should be in 4 challenge groups a year. Set the tone with them. Keep you on your journey. You need to plug into at least 4 challenge groups a year. You can keep using the same program you bought. But the cool thing about setting the tone with people on that is they will get new programs. And when they quit their Shakeology, they will re-engage with Shakeology to do a new challenge group. So I'm just giving you guys some things there that will constantly help you kind of pad those things along, stay in touch with your customers. But the most important reason to be staying in touch with your customers consistently is this. How many of you are done? It is September 14th. How many of you are done with your SC points for the month? You're just done. You're going to coast, wait till October. Anyone? Nobody is, right? Here's the thing you guys need to know. The hottest source of a new lead is a current customer. The hottest source of a new lead is a current customer. There is not a class I can teach you. There is not a class Shalene can teach you that's going to give you a better source for a new lead than your current customer. This is true in any business, okay? Your current customers, I'm talking about the ones that are getting results, that are using the programs and getting results right now. Think about it. Just think about, can you guys all think of at least one person like that right now? That person right now is talking about Beachbody to everyone. People are like, girl, you look amazing. What are you doing? Oh, I'm doing this program. It's so cool. I'm down 6 inches. They're talking about it. They're at the kitchen at work while their coworkers are crushing a box of Krispy Kreme donuts that some vendor brought in. And your customer is making Shakeology in the company blender. Oh, it's so good. It's better than that donut. They're at lunchtime, I got a picture of this. This is my experience. Like the IT guys always had the worst food. It was like Monsters and and the IT guys are like taking the cup of noodles out of the vending machine with the styrofoam cups. You know what I'm talking about? It's just like the worst thing ever. I'm like, just just go smoke a cigarette and don't eat at that point, right? But anyways, they're like eating this nasty food, and your customer now is pulling out her containers, and she's got like, you know, like poached chicken with almond slices on top of it and like asparagus, like this beautiful meal. People are like, what are you doing? Everyone's excited. Everyone in her kitchen is excited about what you're doing with that person. So why are they not on your team? Where's the disconnect? Well, first of all, if you are not consistently in contact with your customers, and I'm not talking about like they're in the challenge group, I'm talking about one-on-one, you're not going to have those opportunities, okay? Now, the other reason, how much time do I have? You guys want me to just take 2 minutes to talk to you about how to actually get those people to bring you those referrals? Okay. The other reason that you're not getting them is because people tell you to ask for referrals, but asking for referrals doesn't cut it. It doesn't do it. So let me explain how to do it, okay? Hannah, you are my guinea pig because you're right in the center of my screen. You're the center of my peanut butter and jelly sandwich right now. So you're gonna be my customer. So Hannah, this is me. I'm gonna send you a message. Hey, Hannah. And it's like, I have like 5 little messages that I send that lead me to getting her to what I call duplicate herself. Hey, Hannah, just wanted to reach out and let you know how proud of you I am. I'm so proud of you. You're doing so great. You're staying focused. You're getting awesome results. And the best part is, I love how you're supporting other people in the group. And she's going to say, oh, thanks, Eric. Hold on a second. My neighbor's got the weed whacker out. She's going to say, oh, Eric, that's so nice. I'm so excited about the 6 inches I've lost so far. And I'm going to say, you know, so the first thing I do is I tell her how proud of her I am. The second thing I'm going to say is, I just wanted to say thank you so much for choosing me to be your coach. I am honored to be part of your journey. You need to be thanking people for their business. Okay? Just so you know. All right, so that's the second part. She's going, oh, yeah. And then I'm going to say, you know, Hannah, I just want you to know my heart is for helping people, and I've loved helping you, and I would be honored to help any of your friends or family in the same way. And she's going to say, absolutely, Eric. I already tell everybody about you. And I don't doubt it, because I know she's in the kitchen at work telling everybody about me. But I'm not getting those people. You guys with me? So here's the next step, the most important part. You got to go beyond the referral and ask for an introduction. So here's what I'll say to Hannah. Hannah, I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me that you would put your name to mine. Can you actually, you know, I've got a new challenge group starting a week from next Thursday. Can you think of anybody who would benefit from being in that or who might be interested? So I'm asking her a specific thing. You guys all froze. I hope you can still hear me. Everybody's frozen. Oh, there you go. Did you guys, am I on with you still? Okay. So I'm going to say, can you think of anybody that would like to be in the next group or might benefit from it? And she's going to go, yeah. She's going to think of 1 or 2 names. Always. Everybody does. And now what I'm going to do is say, would you do me a favor? Would you mind just quick introducing me to them? Whatever's easiest for you, like a group text, group Facebook message. You can CC me on an email, whatever you think's best. And I'll get them the information on the group and they can take it really good. Seriously, guys, I know I took a few minutes to go through that with you and I went through it really fast. I could do a full hour training on that, and I promise I will eventually do that. Put it on Teamzy University for you guys. But if you go through that process, tell them how proud of them you are. Thank them for being your customer. Tell them that your heart is to help the people they care about, and ask them specifically who they know who might benefit, and then get the introduction. You go through those steps. Here's the thing, you just won the lottery. Even if the person that they give you is not interested right now, you just got a new relationship to put in Teamzy to nurture over time. Okay, and by following up well with those people, I've now deepened my relationship even further with Hannah. Now, one more thing about this. I'm telling you, I could seriously talk to you guys for an hour on this. It's really exciting. So you guys are going to all send me messages tomorrow about how you just, you know, duplicated all your customers and hit SC10 yesterday. You're going to be like, thanks, Eric. That was the best hour I ever spent with you. But here's one more thing. If Hannah's 2 or 3 friends are interested, guess what that means? That means Hannah's my next coach, for sure. I'm going to be like, hey, I really appreciate you sending your friends to me. They're all interested in getting started. And, you know, have you considered being a coach yourself? Because you've already recruited 3 people. And I can easily take care of them for you, or let's get you on my team. We'll do it together. Right? So, okay, you guys are like, wow, that had nothing to do with Teamzy. No, it has everything to do with Teamzy, guys, because this little customer list is going to keep you connecting with people. And the more you connect with people, the more opportunities you have to have conversations that are meaningful and find ways to make someone's day. Okay, when you're done with your customers, you get a solid red circle, you go to your coaches. You connect with your coaches. Guys, it's called Teamzy because it's about building your team. You got to be connecting with coaches one-on-one, not just on the team page, not just on a Zoom call. It's just a message. Hey girl, how's your day going? Is there anything I can do for you today? That's it. Takes a second. It means the world. It means the world. Guys, so many coaches have gotten to a level of super success and you have to call their assistant to get an appointment to talk to them. And I understand that. I understand that. That makes sense. But at the same time, all of your coaches should feel like they have a relationship with you that's real. And all you have to do is just let this be your guide. Just send them a message. Hey, I was thinking about you today, whatever. It means the world to people. Okay, so you do your prospects, your customers, your coaches, all these circles filled in, done. Now you're going to do follow-ups. By the way, I call this prospecting because even if you're talking to customers, you're either keeping a current customer or you're duplicating them into new customers, right? And when you're talking to coaches, what are you doing? You're keeping coaches and you're inspiring them to duplicate themselves. This is all prospecting and business building. Now we're going to do follow-ups. Okay, follow-ups is the fourth thing. So let me show you how this works. So I sent a message to my friend, I see Mary up there still, so I'll use her as my example. I sent a message to my friend Mary. She responds back. Actually, if you go through and read our feed, you can see that a year ago she was kind of interested in doing T25 and she never got around to doing it. So let's say I'm talking to Mary and she's like, I'm really interested, let's do it, whatever, when we start talking. I'm gonna get her on the phone, find out her goals, and try to figure out what would be the best program for her. Then what I'm gonna do is, with Mary, is I'll say, okay, Mary, this is great, this has been a great conversation. I'm gonna send you an email real quick that has the information on the next challenge group, and it has the link that you need to use to order the challenge pack we discussed. Okay, so this all happens. Now I'm going to show you how to do it in Teamzy. So what I'll do is I'll go back up here to the search bar. See that at the top? And I'm going to look her up. There she is. This will bring me back to her record. Now here I can go to activity feed. This shows me our conversations. And you can see there's the message I just sent her. So now I could click edit and I could paste in our whole conversation into the record. Okay? But now what I want to do is I want to log the invite that I just did. So let's say we talked about 21-day fix. You could do, you could paste the whole email in if you wanted, but when I do invites, they're all saved emails. It's the same every time, so I just do this. Okay, so let me show you. This would be an email. And now see this little box right here that I'm pointing to with the cursor where it says invite? I'm going to click that this time. Because this isn't just a, hey Mary, how are you? Hope you're having a great day. This is actually an invite that I'm logging. And then I'm gonna select my type of invite, which in this case is a challenge group. You guys tracking with me? Okay, now, but before I log this, notice that the follow-up says default. And she's a 3, which means I'm not gonna see her again for 90 days. Okay, but when did I tell her I'd follow up? Or did I tell you? I didn't tell you. So when I sent her the email, I said, Mary, I'll connect with you tomorrow and see what questions you have, okay? And she's like, okay, cool. So I told her tomorrow, so I need to set this for tomorrow, okay? By the way, my advice to you, it should always be tomorrow. I don't care if tomorrow is a Sunday. It's not like you're going over at dinner time. You're sending them a message on Facebook, okay? It should always be tomorrow. Okay, so now what happens when I log this, guys, is it sets my follow-up for her. So let me show you what it looks like on the dashboard. It's like prospects, customers, coaches, I do all that. And then when I get to my follow-ups, there's Mary. I can't miss her. She can't fall through the cracks. Now, real quick, have you guys ever heard this, that 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up? You guys heard that? Yeah. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. How many of you guys right now, just honest, how many of you guys typically follow up 10 times? Anyone? A couple of people? Awesome. For those of you guys who didn't raise your hand, by the way, most people don't raise their hand for that. Why do you think it is you don't follow up 10 times? Is it because you just don't have a good system and it's hard to keep track of them? Or is it because you feel like you're nagging people? Yeah, I got a few nods on that one. Okay, so let me show you how to do this, because guys, here's a principle for you. Follow-up is an act of love. A follow-up is an act of love. As soon as you understand that, it's going to change your approach to it too. Okay, let me show you how I do it. You guys ready? So when I get to my follow-up list, I'm on Mary, and I see that I need to follow up with her, so I'm going to go over to Mary on Facebook, okay, and I'm going to send her a message. And this is the message I'm going to write. I'm not going to actually write it because it's an example, but this is what I'm going to tell her. Hey, Mary, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? That's it. Hey, Mary, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Now, two things just happened. The first is I told her I'd check in tomorrow, and I did. So I put a deposit in her trust account. The reason I remembered is because I put her in Teamzy, so I couldn't forget. Now, when I told her like I promised I would, it took it from I'm going to follow up relentlessly on you because I need the $40 commission, and it made it a promise. It made it an act of friendship, or, if you will, an act of love. My following up with her is a promise. Now, why shouldn't it be? Think about it. We had a conversation. She's unhappy with her current health and fitness. We talked about her goals, and we charted a course together. Now I'm trying to help her actually make the purchase. Why is it so hard for people to actually make the purchase? Because nobody likes to change. And what we're selling everyone is hard work. Come on, let's talk about it. You should not be surprised when people don't jump all over that link and buy this challenge pack right away. You should be prepared to follow up with them. So when I log that follow-up, I'm going to set the next one tomorrow again. Okay, and then she's on my list. Next day, I come back again. I'm going to assume she has not answered me, and I'm going to send her a new one. Hey, Mary, it's Eric. Just want to make sure you got my email and see if you have any questions. Bam, send it off. Set my next follow-up for tomorrow. Day 3. Hey, Mary, checking in again. How's everything going? Looking forward to getting started. Bam, send it off. Set this follow-up for tomorrow again. Day 4. I always go 4 days in a row. Don't be afraid to. Guys, remember, this is how you love people. Your coaching starts now. And if you're not following up, you're not getting 80% of your business that you should be. And then when you find out that later on they went with another coach and you're so upset about that, why are you upset about that? You left them behind. You dumped them. It's like, are you upset that past boyfriends have a new girlfriend? You shouldn't be. You left them behind. Okay? All right, so look. Day 5, I might push it out to 2 days at this point, right? I might give her a little bit of space, but I'm going to continue following up with her. Now, here's what's going to happen, guys. Teamzy, the follow-up list is going to keep them in front of you. It's going to take you 5 seconds a day to follow up with them. It's cool. You just bam, 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 bam through it. No big deal. After about 5 or 6 follow-ups, you will typically get a response. And it will be something like this. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for following up with me. You're so amazing. Emoticon, 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 smiley face, blowing kisses. I love you, you're great. Which is not what you expect, right? You expect to get like the go away, the little poopicon. No, they're gonna thank you. Now here's the reason why, because they know that you're following through on what you said you would do, and they know that you want to help them. They know that they are in their own way. Now what's funny about this email, it always makes me laugh. It used to make me upset, now it makes me laugh. Every day when they see your message and they think about that conversation and they want to respond, they quick come up with an excuse why they're not going to. I can't right now, I'm making dinner. Maybe I'll respond to her later when my kids aren't being so nutty. And then what happens is when they finally respond, they give you the list. I'm so sorry that I haven't responded. My kids have been crazy. My car broke down. My boss has been a jerk, right? The dog is sick. And it's like a joke, but the point is you're helping them do something that's hard. You have to understand that you got to keep following up. Now, if you were to go through 10 follow-ups with somebody and they never respond, you just put it back to default. They fall back in your Teamzy list. That fruit is not ripe enough to pick. But because they're on your Teamzy list, you're not going to forget about them. In 2 or 3 months, depending on their rank, they're going to show up on your list and you're going to be like, oh, hey girl, how's it going? I just saw you come across my Facebook page and I thought I'd check in. How's life? She's going to go, oh, it's great to hear from you again. I think I might be ready. That always happens. Does that make sense? That's how you follow up like a pro. Guys, you got to do it. Remember, a follow-up is an act of love. I think this is the first time I ever said that out loud. I need to make that a hashtag or something, right? Follow-up is an act of love. So you can psych yourself into doing it by saying, you know, am I going to hate this person or love them? Am I going to have to do my follow-ups? Okay, I've been talking a long time. Guys, what is your, what questions do you have? Unmute yourselves. If you have questions, I'll answer them. I'll take them.
I have one.
Wow.
So when you add new, because we add new, is that something you also have to add into Teamzy? Is he present?
Really
you know what? You're recording. You came through kind of garbage. Can you repeat that for me?
Yes. So we add new friends on Facebook every day. Is that something that imports into Teamzy, or do we have to manually do that every day as well?
That would be awesome. No, Facebook doesn't play with any other apps. So, but it's really easy to do. Let me show you really quick, okay? So let me see here. I'll add Carolyn because I don't think I've added her anyways. All right, so look, you just go to this purple add contact button. Bam, she's added. Did I click the button? I made it look easy and then I didn't click the button. Is it my internet connection that's messing us up? Could be. Hold on a second, guys. See how easy that was? There it goes. I think it must be my internet connection that's lagging. Okay, so here she is. She's connected. Usually it takes 1 second and you can add the next person. But what's cool about this is now I can change her grade. I can actually tag her, right? You can tag her in there. I've got different tags that I'll put, like these are actually appropriate tags for her. And then I can also set a follow-up for tomorrow. When I get a new Facebook friend, I put them on my follow-up list. So the 2 people that I put on my follow-up list are people that are interested or new people. Because the reason I want a new person on my follow-up list is maybe I don't have time to connect with her right now. We just became friends, but I don't have time to send her a message for the same reasons I said our people do, right? Kids are going nuts, I'm making dinner, whatever. But I don't want to forget about her either. So I put her on my follow-up list so that tomorrow I connect with her. And then after I've connected with her, she can go back into the flow. If she responds to my connect and is interested, then she comes back on my follow-ups list. Does that make sense? So it's a pretty easy system. So you can add people as you go. This also on the mobile website, the add contact button is there. It's really easy to add people as you meet them in person or whatever, or as you get a friend request like randomly. You can put them right in your Teamzy. You can do every once in a while, like if you, what I usually do is like every Friday, I'll go into my recently added friends on Facebook and I'll make sure I haven't missed anybody. But you can also do, like if you get way behind and you're super mega adding people all the time, is you can do another Facebook import and it will only import the new people. Okay. But the only disadvantage of doing a Facebook import is that you're not going to be able to grab them to set a follow-up for tomorrow. But if you're just kind of like, I'm way behind anyways, you can do that again.
I'm glad you asked that because that was kind of my question. I was just ranking all my new people as 5 so that they would show up first. And I was like, but that's stupid because I don't even know them yet. So now I have a better way of doing that.
Yeah, because it just kind of, because if you do that, then your list, your connects list will never progress.
Yeah, that was the issue I was running into. I'm like, well, this is not working if I'm doing it this way. But I'm glad that Christy asked that question because that was my question. Well, that was part of one of my questions. So thanks.
I just saw your comment, by the way, in the chat. That is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
3 SE points, 10 new coaches. That is awesome. So you definitely bested mine. My best was, I did 39 points in 1 month, and it was the first month I had the Teamzy list to play with. And I went in one day and I did it for like 3 hours. I sent that same message I send you guys. Hey, just saw your name and thought I'd pop by and say hi. How are you? Hope you're having an awesome day. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy. I did it like 40 something times. And then like I was totally overwhelmed all month with response. So it was nuts. And it got to a point where literally I just couldn't get anyone else in the challenge group. It was too crazy, like, but I'm not saying that will happen every month, but for sure you guys will probably see a big boost if you really go after it. I mean, that is an awesome result. 10 recruited coaches, 40 SC points. I mean, that is phenomenal. Carolyn, we might have to make a testimonial out of you. But anyway, really, really cool. Sorry, what other questions do you guys have?
I had a question about leads. How do you integrate them into your Teamzy? Because that's the one thing that I don't have much success with when you have customer leads and you're like, you do the email, text, call, they don't respond, and then I'm like, okay, how do you integrate them into it? Do you go in every day and you add your leads to your thing and do you email them, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think the best advice I have for that is, the first one is, your expectations should probably be pretty low for leads. In my experience, the response rate's very low on them, but it's worth it because you do get good people from them from time to time, right? And people like Lindsay Matway were leads in the system. That's how I always think about, this is Lindsay Matway, right?
Yeah.
You never know. But the thing is that, so typically what I would do with them is I would add them to Teamzy. I add them manually for one reason. I want to see that circle that says ads every day. Like, I just need it. It's like a little dopamine hit I need to have. So I make sure that I'm always, like, if I didn't actually meet somebody today, I'm going to the coach office and going, did they give me a lead that I can add in and so I can get credit for this? Okay, so that's one thing. I will send them an email right away and I will try to text them, but a lot of times they use landlines. Hello, where are these people coming from? And the text message doesn't work. But I'll send them an email and then I will set them up follow-up for 1 week. So I set one follow-up with a lead for 1 week. This is just what I do. And the first email is like the welcome email, like that I think we all have, right? Hi, I'm your coach, and here's a little bit about my story, and I'm excited to help you. You send them that. Please connect with me on Facebook or Instagram and wherever else, somewhere other than here, right? And then a week later, I send them a follow-up. Now, what I would do on the second follow-up I found worked for me, again, as an email, it was specific. It was, hey, I have an accountability group starting on this date. Here's what we do in the group. Bam, bam, bam. Are you interested in more information? And I found that second, a week later, because they read the first one, whatever. But a lot of times they've ordered a program. That's how you got them. They ordered like DVDs or something. Or they ordered the cheapest thing they could find. It was like 10-minute trainer. Have you gotten those? Or hip hop abs, like the cheapest thing on the website they got. But anyways, I found that for me, I got a better result that way. And then of course my goal is, as quickly as possible, can we connect on Facebook? Can we connect in some more social way than email? Because, but again, you work those leads, follow up with them, and then let them fall into Teamzy. They show up every few months. You send them an email. You'd be surprised. Some of those people will come back. But again, you're spending this much time on them. You know what I mean? You just crank them through. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So
That's overwhelmed to the point where I was like, oh, forget it. I'm not even going to message them anymore. And then I'm like, but that's so bad. I know I should be. So it's like, yeah.
You get a few things saved, and we're working on an upgrade right now this month, which will put all the scripts right on your dashboard, so you can save your own scripts there and stuff. You'll be able to grab them and fire an email, and so that you just can be kind of automated. We were going to build like an email marketing suite in for you guys, so you could do like a drip email campaign to those leads. But I'll be honest with you, the return on investment on doing that is really low. Does anybody have right now a system where you're doing drip emails to your database? Anyone on this team? Because I know there's like other products that you can buy that do that. Like, you're looking at like 1 or 2% return. When you're messaging somebody, like we're showing you tonight, you're going to get like a 50% response rate. It's crazy. So spend your time just reaching out to people, if that makes sense. Okay. Any other questions that you guys have?
I have a question, and this is, I guess, a long shot, but is there an app or this has to be done from a computer?
No, there's a mobile website, kind of like Coach Mobile.
Okay.
And so what you do is you go to your browser on your phone,
Mhm.
go to teamzy.com, log in, and then save it to your home screen. So let me show you what it looks like here. I've got it right here. I don't know if you guys can see the little Teamzy icon. And so once you log in first, so that when it brings you to your login page. I don't know if you guys can even see that. That way, you always get a fresh session. Make sure you've got your login info saved so you don't have to do it. And then look, there it is. Bam. I don't know if you can see it because of the lighting. There we go. See it?
Yeah,
It's
that's
mobile,
awesome.
totally ready to use, and it's way faster on your phone for me than it is on the computer. You'll have to set up the first time you set up Teams. You have to use a computer. After that, you can go mobile for everything.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. And this is great too, because if you don't have time to do a power hour, you can do gap time. 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Okay, guys, go get your free trials. Do your free trials. Use it. Oh my gosh, for no other reason. Look at Carolyn's first month. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I know she's a stud, but if you guys could get 10% of that, how stoked would you be, right? So go do it. Now, after your first month, it's $29.99 a month. $29.99 a month, okay? Less than the commission on one Shakeology sale. So go use it. Get one sale, pay for it. Okay, use it for free for a month, get one sale, pay for it, ongoing. I'm glad you guys had me here tonight. It was fun. It's still super early. I get to go hang out with my kids. It's great. It's 5:30 here in California. Hope you guys have an awesome night. Keep using it. You know where to find me if you have questions, or obviously there's a big purple help button on the bottom right corner of Teamzy where the team will help you too with specific questions as you get going. Cool? All right. Thanks.